My sales are individual website sales driven by social media, mostly TikTok and Instagram. So that is an easy question because we have a company that we're looking at right now where they are doing videos themselves. So they are the face of their brand. They're doing videos on TikTok. And then people are being driven to their website and they're selling their goods predominantly on their website, their own website, and they're fulfilling it themselves. And they are in the process of setting up some retailers, just a few products here and there, because they're getting some traction on social media. And so these retailers are interested, and but they're starting off slow, and they're starting off in specific retailers. And this particular company sits in the luxury area, which is hard because luxury retailers, they might only have 40 or 50 stores, but something, like I think Sephora has, I can't remember the exact number, but I'm sure it's over 3,000, right? And CVS is probably, I'm not sure, I'm gonna guess, I think they're probably like 5,000, right? So if your retail stores are only 50 or 40 or somewhere in that number, less than 50 stores, then it's really hard to scale up, and your product might not be appropriate in a Target or a CVS or someone, or like a Walgreens, someone that has a lot of stores. So that means that their strategy, the best strategy for them, is to increase their footprint in social media, where they're getting in front of a bigger audience, because that's working for them. They're credible, they're the founder, they use their product, they create their product that solves a very good problem, a problem I have. So that's why I love this company, because they solve one of my problems. And they have the ability to be the face of the brand. So their growth should be on their website. So then that comes into, well, can we finance future individual website sales? That means that Jane and John and Bob next month may go on her website after watching TikTok video and buy her product. And how do we do that? So yes, we can do that. Absolutely. Sanju, my colleague, is the one who always talks to all the lenders and finds the perfect lender. So I think sometimes I throw him some curveballs of, come on, we can figure this out. Because during the pandemic, we know that internet sales just skyrocketed, right? Because everybody was home and having to buy things, and then stores weren't open, and it wasn't so easy to get out in your car and go buy something. So there are lenders out there that are comfortable with assessing that risk and understanding and looking at the numbers and figuring out how to lend you money. Now, maybe I'm not going to be able to get you as much money as if you had regular purchase orders to Target, because that's a little bit easier to predict the growth. And we also have lenders that really understand Target as a retailer, and they really can understand the trajectory of that growth, how quickly it will ramp up. And for your product category, there's lots of data from Target sales of what's doing well in their store, what's not doing well, what's getting delisted. Whereas the internet is a little bit more complicated. So it means that we might have to give you just a little bit of money first. But usually companies that are in this scenario, they are fulfilling the product themselves. They're a very lean team. Typically, they are creating the videos, but the videos are not expensive. It's just very time consuming to create this creative content that is different and engaging, and still getting people to watch them over and over again, not just watch like one favorite video and be like, okay, I'm good. But how do they reach a bigger audience? And so maybe they just need a little bit of money to maybe invest in some PR services, or other means to strategize how to get in front of a bigger audience. And then it has an immediate effect, because people immediately buy, they have stock, and they're coming. And I would say another thing is that if you are fulfilling your own product and you are going website sale by website sale, Usually you don't have a huge inventory that you are sitting on because it's money tied up and you don't know what's going to sell, and you might have multiple products. So you don't want to just throw a ton of money at it because you're going to run out of inventory, and then it's going to take you maybe 6 to 8 weeks to get new inventory in. So a smaller amount of money in different increments is actually exactly what you need. And the fact that you've got somebody who is tracking your sales, each time you hit a milestone, there's more money we can release and more money that we can release. And then we can look at that data of percentage of returns and profitability, and then we can maybe ramp it up and just crank up the amount that we are lending you. And at that time, usually once companies get to a bigger level, they are often deciding to go into a retailer. And so then more money can be released because that's a different way to analyze those revenues. And so we're coming in from two different angles and possibly two different lenders. So yes, it is possible. And this is why your local banks are not going to be able to help you, because that is just way too risky for them. They are very conservative, and they're certainly not going to look at future website sales. So that one I love. I drove Sandra crazy because of course the amount that we did want to raise and the amount that we'll start off with is a different number, but it's possible. And that's what I want you all to realize, is that let us take a look at your company and let's just see what's possible.